We had just a torrential downpour last night, and it rained really hard all night and early into the morning. And this morning the sun is coming out. It's a little cloudy, but for the most part the sun is out and the birds are singing. And I thought it would be a nice time to just go over my spring garden with you. And I try to do this every year because, spring is just my favorite time of the year, and I have a traditional English country garden. There's a lot of things about my house that is very traditionally English, even though I live in America. I am married to an Englishman, and we just kind of like to keep that theme. So when we moved out of the desert and over to western Pennsylvania, the one thing I asked for was a traditional English country garden. And I said, I just want a mishmash of textures and colors and just herbs and flowers, and I just want it all higgledy-piggledy. And my husband was eager to oblige. And so every year we add something to this. This is my front garden, and it was all solid grass when we purchased the house, and we have removed all the grass except for, as you can see, I'll kind of trying to go over it a little bit here. I've got one circle right in the center of the yard that allows me to just walk along the grass, and it's kind of easy to mow that down with just a weed eater. And it allows me to walk through the center without disturbing any of the foliage. And I can trim flowers and enjoy everything just from this center of grass. And as you can see, I leave the dandelions. I don't consider them weeds for the most part. If they are flowering, I leave them in place. I let the bees enjoy them. And then our backyard, which, well, we call it the back, but it's truly the side of the house, is our vegetable and fruit garden. And this is the front. And so if you go through this gate right there, that goes into the back garden where we grow food, or trying to grow our food. Everything is just getting established. You can hear that barking. That's my little Yorkie. He can hear me through the bedroom window. And he's letting me know, hey, somebody's out there. Not realizing, of course, that it is me. So you can see we have 2 rain barrels. That one there is at the top of this hill that goes down, and I just have a hose attached to it, and I am able to get water in my greenhouse. And I showed you the tour of my greenhouse already. And so that's how I water for the greenhouse. Is this rain barrel is right here on the side, and there's a hill, and it kind of slopes down, and I just have a hose connected there, with one of those spouts, like a watering spout, attached to the hose. And so I'm able to just push on that, and the water comes out whenever I need to fill up my watering can. And let's see how well I can show this. I've got a stone walkway that goes down. And then, of course, you go through this. And I guess I can open this gate for you. We'll do a tour of the back garden another day when it's not quite so muddy. But this is what I call my Circle of Life garden. And you can see we are building a shed that will house all of our lawn maintenance equipment. You know, the mowers and weed eaters and blowers and tools and whatnot. But I don't know how well you can see that, but it's actually in the shape of a circle. And as time goes by, the rounded edges get a little more, I guess, triangular. So it started out a complete circle for the Circle of Life. And that's Bob standing in the middle, and he's wearing a rain poncho from the Maid of the Mist. And it's actually a Halloween mask. And it actually keeps the birds out of my fruit trees. And surprisingly enough, that actually works. So you can see the small trees around, and they are all various fruits. That right in the center near Bob, that is the strawberry and pineberry patch. The vertical one right there, central, that's Kiwi Corner. And that is all kiwi vines, which hopefully will produce eventually. They're about 2 years old now. And there are grapes and raspberries and blackberries and blueberries, and we grow tomatoes and rhubarb and asparagus and you know, whatever things the daddy man decides to put out there. And you saw his seed collection. He has quite the optimist this year, so we'll see how that goes. And some of them will be in containers in the greenhouse, and some of them will be put down there in those beds. So wish us luck. Just wanted to show you this glorious day today and let you hear the bird song that I'm able to enjoy living here. When people ask me why did I leave the Southwest, this is why, guys. This is exactly why. I wanted 4 seasons, I wanted green, and I wanted to be able to garden. And I was tired of living in the dirt, and it was just too hot to go outside. And now I spend most of my time outside just enjoying my garden. So have a lovely day. Thank you for all your support for our family during this time of mourning, and thank you for understanding that it is truly a really rough time for us right now. And I just want you to know I love you guys.